Hey, and welcome to the One of Me podcast. This is episode 18. We're going to be covering some video game creepypastas.
Ooh, spooky.
And the ones we're going to be covering is going to be Been Drowned, Lavender Town Syndrome, and Polybius. Enjoy this episode.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the What Of Me podcast. My name is Ryan Smith. As here as always with my co-host Jordan. What's up, buddy?
Nothing much. This episode
that was such a good intro.
It was. I love it. This episode's been real weird to prepare for because I like stuff like this, but
we didn't even go down the rabbit hole, and it's already
not
creepy.
even.
These are like the three most popular creepypastas or spooks or whatever. That there are. I mean, Been Drowned is like probably the biggest. And Pokemon's got all kinds of creeps and spooks, and then Polybius is just. Well, we'll get into it later in the show. As always, I don't know if it's actually as always. We always move around the deals and the new games and stuff. Yeah. I think we're gonna try to start doing it at the top of the show, though, just to kind of get out of the way. But we do have some deals for you this week. We got Valkyria Chronicles 4 is having a free demo. So if you don't know, Valkyria Chronicles is kind of like a tactical RPG, or I don't even know if it's like Fire Emblem, kind of.
There you go. Yeah.
Except it's more of like in like a 3D space. It's a hand-drawn war game, kind of like what's that game you played, Jordan?
Advanced Wars.
Advanced Wars is a little bit it's strategic. This team is also having a sale. All the deals that I found were going through August 14th, and a lot of these are Bethesda games, but there are other games like Cuphead's on sale and stuff like that. I also got a couple new games for you. The coolest ones that we found that are coming out either this week that we're recording this or next week when it will be released are Dead Cells, which is, if you haven't seen it, it's getting pretty much like 9s and 10s across the board. It's kind of a Metroidvania-esque procedurally generated game. Go check that out.
Yeah, it's an action platformer. It's currently 20% off on Steam.
It's on pretty much everything, I think.
Yeah, it's on everything. That Steam offer ends the 13th of August, though.
Also, I'm going to go ahead and... Sorry, I can go ahead real quick. I was going to say, if anyone's wondering why we don't... IGN had trouble with one of their employees stole a review from a YouTuber. I didn't want to get into it just because it's kind of all said and done. He was fired, and they're reviewing it. I don't really want to get into that and get too toxic about that. He's an idiot for doing it. He should have been fired, but try not to be too much of a jerk. He does have a family, so don't go harass him too much. He's been punished by being fired and humiliated. Also, we have your viewers out. This game looks awesome. I'm probably going to pick it up. Jordan, I know Jordan wants it.
We started. Yeah, I just bought it before we started recording. If you get it on GOG, get your games wherever you want. Give people money where money is due. But it's currently 15% off if you buy it before it comes out. Before August 13th.
Excuse me.
And you can get the in-game exclusive Jolly Brawler weapon. There's a definitive chance of pain when using this weaponized umbrella, complete with advanced blocking capabilities.
Oh, man. The FFU looks really cool. It looks like I get a Bioshock vibe from it, so that's obviously a good thing.
Yeah.
Looks like a very interesting, kind of like a utopia. Everyone's on drugs, and You're trying to find out why they're doing this and stop it, or maybe you don't want to stop it. I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing that everyone is happy, quote unquote.
Yeah. Who knows? It's set in the 1960s in England, and so it's gonna be just it's a procedurally generated world, and it says I didn't do a lot of research before buying this game, just to what we talked about on the show and whatnot. But no, they're saying no two playthroughs are alike. While the citizens of Wellington Wells will always want to ensure that you've taken your joy, which is the in-game.
It's
the drug.
Yeah, the narcotics or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. The procedurally generated world will ensure that your experience with We Happy Few is different and unique.
Yeah, this is the game that was originally banned in Australia, but I think they've since just given it an MA rating or something.
Yeah, so this looks awesome. I love the art style of it.
Very
had to pick
creepy.
it up. Yeah,
Very
creepy,
interesting.
So, you know.
So the spooks go with the episode.
Great.
Excuse me. Let's move on to the news, though. Dragon Ball FighterZ just got a lot cooler. This is on Eurogamer. Pardon the pun. I didn't write that, but I probably would have. So Cooler, Frieza's brother from the Dragon Ball series, is coming to Dragon Ball Fighter Z, as I call it.
And he looks awesome.
Yeah, I freaking love Cooler. This is kind of weird, but I used like everything, like my passwords and my usernames, like when I was like, I don't know, but I was an idiot. Like I made all my passwords the same. Cooler, like I love Cooler so much. Like all my usernames are Cooler on everything.
Nice.
I saw that movie and he beat the absolute tar out of Goku. I was like, this guy's a badass.
It's funny comparing him to some of the characters we have in Dragon Ball Super now, because it's just like
he's just brutal. Oh my gosh, he was on Goku that entire movie. I know they're making Broly canon in a movie coming out.
Yeah.
So man, maybe they'll do the same thing to Cooler. Because I love
that
Cooler.
That new Broly movie looks so good.
Yes, it does. I'm so excited. I gotta pick up this game. I think they announced this at Evo.
Yeah, they did.
I watched the finals of
the finals.
Yeah. I had a hiccup or something. I watched the finals of Dragon Ball Fighter Z or Fighters, whatever you want to call it. And man, the game looks so epic. It's so pretty. I've got to pick it up. Apparently, I'm not great at fighters, but apparently it's kind of like quote unquote easy to learn, hard to master. So maybe I could pick that up.
Yeah.
Man, oh my gosh, this guy, Sonic Fox is the guy who won.
Yeah, good for him. I actually watched him play.
Yeah, I follow him on Twitch, but he is a bamf. Like this guy. So you can get the Dragon Balls. I'm not sure exactly how, but you get the Dragon Balls, and once you get all of them, you get a wish. You can like bring a character back to life because it's a 3v3 fighter. You can gain health back and a few more things. And the guy chose to. He had one character left. He chose to re-up his character to full health, which is probably smart because if you switch character back to life, they don't get the entire health bar back. And he still lost. Man.
Oh, dude.
Like, he was like, he wished, and then as soon as he wished, Sonic Fox was just like, okay. And they had a cool little fight for a second, but it just, he lost. I don't even know if he was fighting Sonic Fox, but yeah, he lost. But yeah, I'm super excited about this. If you like fighting games or Dragon Ball Z, you want to check this out. Cooler's coming.
Yep.
Another thing that I really like is The Witcher. And apparently Henry Cavill also likes The Witcher because he wants to play Geralt in the Netflix's upcoming Witcher series.
I won't let this happen unless he's platinumed the game.
Maybe he has. You don't know.
That's true. He needs to send me a screenshot on Twitter. Henry Cavill.
I wish.
Man, send me a screenshot of that platinum game, and you can play Twitcher.
I like Henry Cavill a lot. I don't think he's.
I don't have a problem with him at all.
He's a great actor. I think he could do this. I think he gets a lot of flack. He's not the problem with the Justice League or the DC universe.
Yeah.
The last thing that's a problem are the actors. The actors are not the problems in the movies. It's the horrible, weird, gross, bad-looking worlds. The muted worlds. It's not even that they're not even gross looking. Gross might be cool. They're boring. Yeah. The worlds are boring. The writing's terrible. Zack Snyder, God help him. I know he's had some trouble with his family, but man, he cannot make a superhero movie.
Yeah, we don't want to offend any Marvel sheep here or any DC cult members. I like both the universes from a comic standpoint and from a video game standpoint, but in my personal opinion, when DC makes another Wonder Woman, I'll start liking their movies again.
Yeah.
But until then, I know some of our listeners and whatnot love DC.
I'm not trying to hate. I mean, I prefer DC, but go ahead.
Movies. I prefer Marvel, but from a comic standpoint, because I collect comics. For those you don't know, I'm sure you see my outlandish post on Twitter when I'm like, I just bought all these comics. I'm sorry. Not really. I'm sorry.
But, sorry.
Let's go. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that.
You're talking about comic books and the movies. You said you prefer.
I'm okay with. Yeah, I prefer Marvel to DC in the physical comic book world. In the in the DC world or the movie world, so to speak, I definitely.
What are you trying to say?
I don't understand. Just continue with your
Okay,
thought.
I'm just gonna say I don't like the DC EU that much. I think Man of Steel's okay. Suicide Squad is trash. Justice League is meh. Wonder Woman is really good. Did they come out with another one? Batman v Superman is.
Yeah, that was a waste of my time.
It's something. I mean, it's got some cool scenes. It's got the fight is really cool. The warehouse scene is cool. But overall, it's just not that good. I just think it could be better. But on to Geralt. This is a video game podcast.
That is, you said everything I was trying to say.
I think he could do it. If he likes the war, he says he's read the books. This is on IGN. They did an interview with him. They asked him what he was playing, and he said he'd been playing The Witcher. He said he already played through it. He said, "Are there any games he's been playing?" He says, The Witcher 3. I just replayed it all the way through. Love that game, really good. He said, I would love to play the role. The books are amazing. Henry Cavill says they're really, really good. He says they're worth the read. So if you like Henry Cavill's opinion and you want a book to read, pick up the Witcher series. But I mean, I think he could do it. I just saw Mission Impossible Fallout. He's really good in that movie. Go check that out.
Okay. Cool.
I love The Witcher. Really fun, really interesting world. This could be great. Mark Hamill said he wants to play somebody in The Witcher. The older man, I can't think of his name right now. I'm blanking, but
just get everybody, man. Everybody. I mean,
Mark Hamill and Henry Cavill could be good together.
Exactly, and it's not like Netflix can't afford them. They can afford anybody. They're Netflix.
Somebody said that they wanted Mads Mikkelsen, and the reason they said it. I mean, obviously he has silver hair, but they said it because he wanted it because he has an accent. I'm like, what? Do you understand that Henry Cavill's British, right?
Do they understand what both, acting is?
No, I mean, he is. That is true. He could use an accent, even if he's not from Britain or whatever. Yeah. I mean, I guess the girl's actually Polish, but
true.
Yeah, I'm interested. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Could be good, could be bad. I think I'd probably lean towards the good side though.
Either way, like I'm glad they're coming out with a live action Witcher.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just something else that's just like where you can show somebody and be like, "Hey, this is a video game story, by the way." You know, and people be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, apparently they're gonna pull from the books and the video game. So,
which is awesome. I really hope CD Projekt Red gets to play a part in that. So that'd be cool. Some more exposure and some more work for those guys.
I don't think they need any more exposure. That's true. I think they're doing fine. Let's go ahead and move on to Discord will start selling games. Apparently, this is on The Verge. So Discord is looking to supply games to us directly. The company announced today it's rolling out a store beta of 50,000 Canadian users, which will be selected randomly through Nitro subscribers, which is Discord's premium service. Its lineup will include things like Saints Row the Third, Metro Last Light Redux, Super Meat Boy, Hollow Knight, and Starbound. So this is very cool. Competition is always great. So I mean, I think they're gonna start like we said, they're gonna start selling games. We know that. Also, they have some kind of a new feature where you can have your messages overlaid on top of your game,
which is kind of cool.
That's not as important.
Yeah, the article says Discord has become a home for many gamers who can use it to connect with friends multiple times a day. Some people even seem to live on Discord, he says. With 150 million registered users, that's a lot of building friendships while talking about and playing games together. The store will be driven by, quote, friendships and playing together. So I think it's awesome. They have a little screenshot of the store and like a mock-up of what it would look like and whatnot. And Discord did put out an official blog post that you can find on their blog, pretty much explaining a little more in detail why they're doing this. And they pretty much just said, like, because we want to.
Yeah, well, I mean, why not?
Like, that's their main reason.
They're going to have a service where you can play your... they're going to basically have a launcher in their Discord app, so you can play...
Correct.
Whether you have a game on Blizzard or Steam or GOG or Uplay, you can play it all on the Discord app. So, I mean, this looks really cool. It says it should come out of beta later this year. Mm-hmm. I mean, this looks really cool, honestly.
Yeah. Also, users with a Nitro subscription will have access to a different game, a different library of games curated by Discord.
Nitro is $5 a month too, or
correct.
$50 a year. I guess you'll save a little bit by paying yearly. I don't like paying yearly.
Free. Yeah, I
because I'm poor.
All users, however, will be able to purchase games from the store. So it doesn't matter if you're a Nitro user or not. You'll still just be able to get on there and purchase games like you would anywhere else.
Man, I think this is really, really cool. I mean, you're gonna kind of have like a central hub possibly for your games if you like Discord.
Yeah,
I like Discord.
Awesome. I love Discord.
I buy a lot of my games on Steam, but I also have Rainbow Six, which is on Uplay. I have the Witcher series and the Witcher card game on GOG. It's kind of annoying to have to like go to each one. I mean, it's first world problems, I know, but it'd be cool to just because Discord pops up anyway every time I turn my computer on it. It just pops up, so I can it pops up when I turn it on and go click it. Like it's as simple as that. So that's very, very cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Very convenient. It's gonna push other services like Steam and GOG and whatnot to kind of up their game a little bit. So I mean, competition is always good in my mind. I mean, if you're gonna be capitalistic, you might as well have some competition.
That's true.
Very exciting. Let's move on to the next story. This comes from Variety, and I'm getting an ad on Variety. Click.
I'm super excited about this. I love this game. The World Ends With You. Final Remix gets a fall release on Nintendo Switch.
This is one of the games I never played. I always wanted to. I don't know why. I just didn't really pay attention to it when it came out.
So, for those of you that don't know, The World Ends With You is a DS is a DS cult classic. It's like a blend of like rhythm, battles, and adventure, and it's coming to the Switch on October 12th. Both is digital and physical, so it's finally coming to the new portable system 11 years after its release.
Man, it's crazy. It's crazy that 2007 was 11 years ago.
Yeah, the Switch version will let you either use Joy-Cons or the Switch touch screen to control the protagonist Neku and friends, with 2-player co-op mode available for the first time.
So this is made by Square Enix. Is that who makes this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yep, and you can see The World Ends With You and whatnot kind of mixed together. It's amazing. I love this game so much.
Apparently, The World Ends With You characters are in one of the Kingdom Hearts games.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which I did not know.
Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yes. Kingdom Hearts 2. I thought it was Dream Drop Distance. I think it's Dream Drop Distance. Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's right.
Like, who are these characters? I'm like, oh, I've never played this game. That's why I don't know who these characters are.
Exactly. For a short little thing, The World Ends With You follows a boy named Neku after he suddenly wakes up in a busy intersection in Japan. He finds out he's now part of a strange new game being played that includes a bizarre set of strangers known as Reapers. He doesn't have any memories. He's got to figure out why he's there in the first place, and he's and a group of others must fight their way out of a life or death game.
This is so anime.
That takes place against the backdrop of Tokyo.
Sounds like a Persona game almost.
Yeah, it's like.
It's an RPG?
Kind of. It's hard to describe.
Okay.
Because there is rhythm. There's music in it, and there's like RPG elements in it.
Oh my gosh.
And so it's
Japanese.
Awesome. Yeah, it's literally everything a Japanese RPG person would love.
That sounds cool. I'm very excited for this game. Never played it. I've been wanting to play it for a couple of years now, so it'd be nice. It's nice to not have to go find the DS and pop it in that. I could just play it on my Switch.
Yeah, exactly. I'm definitely gonna pick this up.
Definitely keep an eye out for that. Definitely. Let's see. What's the next story, Jordan?
Fallout 76 won't launch on Steam.
What?
Yep, it's on.
Will it launch on Discord though?
Probably.
No, Jordan. It will only launch on Bethesda.net.
Ew, that's so gross.
They're kind of following in the footsteps of some other things. The person that comes to mind is what's that? Fortnite.
Yeah.
Is not launching on the Google Play Store. It's only launching on their website on Android.
So what you're telling me is I have to open up a web browser.
Yes. Well,
type in Bethesda.
Now there may be some kind of Bethesda.net app that they're launching as well.
Okay, that would make sense.
Okay, so the Fallout 76 won't launch on Steam. But the BETA, it's not beta. It stands for like break it
early test application.
Okay. It doesn't start the letter E.
I know. They threw in it.
Oh, okay. Break it because it's kind of like United States of America. Okay, I got you.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So on anything, obviously, if you buy it on Xbox One or PS4, you don't have to go to Bethesda.net. That would be insane. But Bethesda, it says Bethesda would obviously like to push more widespread adaptation of its own launcher. So they do have their own launcher, or they're going to be having one. I mean, this makes sense, honestly. Let's see. Yeah, Fallout Shelter was released on Bethesda.net, and it didn't make it to Steam until March last year. So, I mean, they've kind of had things like this in the past, but this, according to this, will not come to Steam. Even the beta won't be on Steam.
They said our current plan for the beta is that the full game and all your progress is saved for launch.
Which is cool.
The beta is also not under NDA.
Oh, this is on PCGamer, by the way.
Correct. Although that was previously known, but it takes on a increased significance if the beta build
is actually the full. Yeah, so they're saying that the beta is basically the full game. So whether they're going to lock out certain areas or take certain parts of the game out, that could be possible. Because I don't know if people could break the game early or just beat the game. Some insane person just beat the game. So this could mean that maybe there is no in-game, or maybe they just don't care because it's going to sell 40 trillion copies anyway.
Exactly. Also, that there's no NDA and whatnot. They're doing some interesting plays here. So I'm interested. I personally won't pick this up.
I probably won't.
I like the Fallout universe, but not enough.
I just can't get into those to MMOs. The only MMO light that I could really get into is honestly Sea of Thieves, which is weird. I know it's got like 7s across the board, but I like how chill that game is.
It is pretty chill.
And I don't know if this is going to lean towards MMO light or just plain MMO RPG. I think it's MMO light. Yeah, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch some people play it, and who knows? I might go up and pick it up later if it's on sale or something. Sure. But I definitely won't be getting it on release date.
No, definitely not. I don't. There's very few games that I get on release date. But at the very least, it's interesting. It's very interesting that Fallout. I don't know if interesting means good, but Fallout 76 is only going to be on Bethesda.net. This next story I know nothing about, Jordan.
So I
also on PCGamer.
Correct. RuneScape's classic Shutdown was delayed just so one player could finish his last quest.
Yeah, boy, that's actually kind of cool.
Like, I saw this and I was like,
it looks horrible.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
Oh my gosh, it looks like 1D sprites.
It's so old.
Oh my gosh,
it's from 2003.
That's not that old. Kingdom Hearts 1 came out in like 2002.
I know.
Oh my gosh, did one person make this? This looks like trash.
Have you never seen RuneScape pictures before?
No, it looks so bad. They look like paper cutouts. Like, not like Mario. Paper Mario. It looks like a kid that couldn't cut with scissors made these pictures.
Wow. So Twitch streamer Titus Ferris will go down in history as RuneScape's classic's final and greatest legend. So on August 6th, the day GenGex closed their classic servers for 17 years after they opened, Titus completed the game's toughest challenge, the Legends Quest. Over 1,000 people tuned in to see him clear the quest right at the 11th hour, mere moments before the classic was shut down for good. Several employees were in the audience, and they not only cheered Titus on, they also kept the servers alive a little longer than planned, just so he could become the classic's final legend.
Man, there's a lot of people. This is kind of like when they shut down Vanilla Warcraft, didn't they, years ago? Yeah. I think they revamped it now. I'm not sure. Let me know, I guess, if you want to, somewhere on the internet, if they didn't keep Vanilla WoW going. But yeah, like there's pictures of it looks like thousands of people gathered around watching him, like in the server, like in the avatar. And I mean, this is really cool. Anytime something like this happens, it's very cool. Shows the community that games can create. I know sometimes they have bad reputations for being toxic and just a bad environment in general, but I mean, games are good. This is really cool.
That's right.
Even though I don't play this game, and even though it looks like a 4-year-old made it.
That's right. This next article, we're both super excited for. It comes from GameSpot.
Yes.
Blizzard is making and working on multiple Diablo projects.
You made that so complicated to say. You added like 4 words that didn't need to be there.
Multiple Diablo projects are coming.
Woo!
To hell and back, baby.
Woo!
I'm ready. That's right.
Blizzard has dropped some news on Twitter regarding the dungeon crawling Diablo series. In addition to saying it will continue using themes for future seasons of Diablo 3. Diablo 3 season themes for the seasons now, by the way.
Correct.
Community manager Brandy Cavill said in a video that Blizzard is currently working on multiple Diablo projects.
The forges here at Blizzard are burning hot, and we have multiple Diablo projects in the works. Some are going to take longer than others, but we may have some things to show you later this year.
Are we gonna see Diablo 3 on Switch? Diablo 3 on Switch?
That'd be awesome. With character migration, that'd be awesome.
Probably not, but I could at least see them bringing Diablo 3 to Switch. Man, Blizzard keeps teasing us with things to come out on the Switch. I think it was last year they released a tease for Hearthstone to be on Switch. That hasn't happened. Earlier this year, they released a tease of Diablo, of Nightlight for Diablo, getting turned on and off. Like a switch. It's being switched on and off.
I'm saying it now. Blizzard hates Nintendo.
Hashtag, there hasn't been a Blizzard game on Nintendo since like the N64.
That's right.
Is that better than the last hashtag that we made up?
I don't know.
Nothing is better than the last one.
Yep. Hashtag plumbers aren't human. Make it meta.
A job listing for a dungeon artist appeared on the company's website earlier this year. The listing said it was for an unannounced Diablo game. Whether there would be a full sequel to Diablo 3 or some kind of spin-off was unclear. Like I said, there was a Nintendo Switch teaser, and they said that I think Blizzard released an announcement that was saying, "No, it was just a goof. We're not coming to Switch." But you can't trick me, Blizzard, because it might be coming to Switch.
Exactly. As we said previously, this 14th season of Diablo 3 was based on the theme of greed. So treasure goblin spawns were doubled. Oh,
that's cool. I didn't know exactly what happened.
Yep. So instead of normally you'd get 1, 2 will appear instead, doubling the amount of loot players could get. And you can, if you're fast enough, to slam both. And cool. Upcoming seasons will have themes. All I gotta say is, if Warframe can come to the Switch, anybody can put any game on the Switch. That's all I gotta say about it.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think Bloodborne's gonna come to the Switch.
Oh no, it will.
I don't know if Sony's gonna let them put it on Switch.
It will. I'm telling you right now.
I'm super excited about this. We both love Diablo,
exactly.
So I gotta get back into it. We need to both get back into Diablo 3. It's been a few months since I've played, so it's just like it's almost in a way kind of like Mario games, in that it's just fun. It's such a fun game. You just go around, blow stuff up, get treasure. It's like the best experience of that I've ever had.
Exactly, and it's super fun to do with a friend, and also the story is really cool.
Yep.
And it's not just like, here's this long drawn out story. It's just like, hey, you got to save this guy. Okay.
Jordan went on ahead without me. He got so leveled up.
I didn't mean.
He made it not fun because he just melts through people now. Of course, you kind of melt through people anyway in Diablo. A lot of times you do anyway.
It does feel fun.
This is I'm so excited. I don't want to spend too much time on this.
That's all we got. We can we didn't even talk about what we were playing. Have we played any games?
Man, we forgot about. Yeah, I've played. I've continued to play Dark Souls, Hollow Knight, and Overwatch. I got so mad yesterday at Overwatch. I played about 10 games maybe, and in 5 or 6 masters, I had a leaper, and I was like, ah. And I think the fact that it's 95 degrees here with 100% humidity, I think that had something. No, I was like, oh man, my AC is busted. I think my ears are sweating. They're still sweating right now. Guys, I have these headphones on, and man, I was just like, it was like the perfect storm of salt.
Well, on a more happy note, I beat Super Mario Odyssey.
Yes, it's great, isn't it?
Yes, man. I tweeted about it. I liked it so much. I did 3 tweets about it, so you can go on Twitter at Swaylock and check it out if you want. But
it's so
just
good.
Talking about it here, it's so good. I need to play Mario Sunshine now because that was such a good game.
Yeah, such a good game. I like Sunshine. I still have my copy of Sunshine somewhere.
But yeah, I loved Odyssey. I like being able to control people with Mario. That's kind of cool. and whatnot. I need to go back, and I'll probably wait till I go on a road trip or travel or something and go back and collect all the power moons.
Oh man, I didn't even attempt that.
Yeah, apparently there's like 2,000 or 1,000.
No,
or
I think
something
there's
you
like
can collect.
9,000.
That sounds more right. I watched. They were talking about it in a podcast I was listening to, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds about right." But yeah, it's probably a ton.
Yeah, it's a ton. It's a ton.
Yeah, but poor Mario. After all these years, he's still getting friend zoned. Peach is like, "I'm gonna go travel." It's like,
Oh yeah, I forgot about the ending.
it's like what? Oh, spoiler for Mario.
If you consider Mario to have spoilers,
Exactly.
Bowser and Mario are like, pick one of us, and Peach is like,
Nope.
pass, and just like rides away on an airplane.
And I was like, what?
It's
I was
pretty
like,
funny.
dang, that's.
And then you get the
funny.
Mario 64 suit, which
Yeah.
is cool.
I had to get that, so that was pretty cool.
You get to go to the Mario 64 castle. It's really cool.
Yep. Yeah, it was a good experience. It was really well designed. I appreciate all the work they got into it and whatnot. Yeah, there's just so many games I just want to put so much time into. I'm gonna try to beat Ni no Kuni 2 and not Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider before September, so I can devote all my time to Spider-Man.
Oh man, that looks so good. Let's not spend
But,
too much time on it.
Yeah,
Here.
that's it though.
Okay,
We
yeah.
can,
Go on, move on to
move on to
the.
some creepypastas.
Are you ready for some spooks and some chills? But this.
Yeah. I forgot I was still live on Discord. Go away. I'm recording. This person's like, hey. I'm like, I don't have time to talk.
I don't have time to talk. You go away. Okay.
Thanks.
We just randomly thought of some creepypasta that we maybe do a podcast. I couldn't think of the word podcast.
Yep, that's what we do. Podcast.
Creepypastas.
We appreciate all your listeners.
We kind of thought we'd start out like if y'all want more, we could do more in the future. We thought we'd start out with like 3 of the big ones. Obviously, creepypastas have been around probably really in their purest form since like the 80s, probably, or maybe even before. Since video games have been around, pretty much. So if anyone doesn't know, creepypasta is basically just a story it's just a creepy story, basically.
Yeah, just a creepy story. That's all it is. I'd say they even started back at the beginning of time, kind of a thing when people could tell stories.
Yeah,
To be
that's
cool.
true.
They tell them around campfires. They're really just like ghost stories.
Sonic. There's a Sonic creepypasta, but I didn't.
there's a
I was
Sonic
like,
creepypasta,
Jordan's like, what about this one? I was like, I don't think Sonic's scary.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's not. Yeah, you can look up Sonic.exe if you really want to know what that creepypasta is about. So, yeah, Majora's Mask.
Oh yeah, this one's called called Been Drowned. Been Drowned. It's about a boy named Ben, obviously, who I guess this entire episode is gonna be like just telling us y'all stuff that y'all should go look up almost.
Yeah.
But it's about this boy that like got abused by his father basically, and he gets I guess spoilers for all these also. He goes to the lake with his father and gets drowned.
Yep. His dad drowns him.
He gets him in the head with a beer bottle or something and it drowns him.
Yeah, like the happiest thing he had was Majora's Mask, and because he was bullied at school and whatnot, and so it's just, and over the years people have added to this story.
Yeah, like none of these are real. I mean, let's get that out of the way.
Yeah, none of these are real, allegedly, and it just talks about how they just added to the story and made it bigger and bigger. So just
this kid,
a quick little
synopsis.
expert.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was just going to read a little bit.
Yeah. You gonna read it in a spooky voice?
I am.
Oh, spooky voice time, baby.
Okay, I need your help with this.
Sonic.
This is not a creepypasta.
Sonic.
This is a long
Sonic.
read, but I feel my safety or well-being could be very well depend on this. This is a video game related, specifically Majora's Mask. This is the creepiest that I've ever happened to me in my entire
Did he
life.
curse?
He did.
Ooh.
Having said that, I recently moved into my dorm, starting as a sophomore in college, and a friend of mine gave me his old Nintendo 64 to play with.
Sonic.
I was stoked, to say the least. I could finally play all those old games from my youth that I hadn't touched in at least a decade. His Nintendo 64 came with one yellow controller and a rather shoddy copy of Super Mario Smash Bros. While beggars can't be choosers, needless to say, it didn't take me long before I became bored of beating up level 9 CPUs. So I'm going to skip forward a little bit.
Skip
He's
skipping forward. Sonic.
So he goes to a yard sale.
Mm-hmm.
I was already wondering how I could politely excuse myself from the situation, and when he would tell me he had no idea what a video game was. But to my surprise, he said he had a few ones in an old box. He assured me he'd be back in a jiffy, and turned to head back into the garage. As I watched him hobble away, I couldn't notice, but he was selling.
Couldn't
help but notice what he was selling on his table. Literally across his table was rather peculiar paintings, various artworks that looked like ink blots that a psychiatrist might show you. Curious, I looked through them. It was obvious why no one was visiting this guy's garage sale. They weren't exactly aesthetically pleasing. As I came to the last one, for some reason it looked like Majora's Mask, the same heart-shaped body with little spikes protruding outward.
Spooky.
Initially, I just thought that since I was secretly hoping to find that game at these garage sales, that, you know, it was protruding itself onto the lots. But given the events that happened afterwards, I'm not so sure now. So the old man gives him the game, and he takes it back to
his dorm.
Yeah, takes it back to his dorm, and it gets super creepy.
Spooky.
Yeah, super spooky, super creepy from there, and
stuff starts to hit the fan.
Yeah, stuff starts to hit the fan. I'll read one more little part. I skipped to like the. This is like just the middle of chapter 1. There's like 8 chapters that go with this. I'm definitely not going to read them all here.
No, we don't want to be here all day.
I tried leaving Clocktown, but every time I attempted to zone out, the screen would fade to black, and it would just zone in to another part of Clocktown. I tried playing my ocarina. I wanted to escape, but I did not want to be here. But every time I played the Song of Time or the Song of Soaring,
his ocarina wouldn't work.
That's right. By this point, it was obvious the game didn't want me to leave. But I had no idea what I was keeping me here. I didn't want it to go inside the buildings. I felt that it would be too vulnerable there to whatever I was terrified of. I don't know why, but I came up with the idea that maybe if I drowned myself with the laundry pool, I could spawn somewhere else and leave this place.
Being drowned.
And that's it.
What did you think? What do you think of this particular one?
I personally think that it's definitely. I think part of the stories is true.
Really?
I
Somebody named Ben was definitely drowned before. I don't think any of it's really true. Somebody might have gone to a garage sale, gotten a copy of Majora's Mask from some creepy man, and been inspired or something.
Yeah. I think that this was a combination of like someone. I think maybe this guy's roommate told him a story of how he found Majora's Mask at a yard sale, and then someone in his neighborhood was drowned.
Yeah.
And maybe the guy telling the story's name has been, I don't know, I just think it's multiple stories that have been jam-packed into one.
Yeah,
that's all.
You think, what about the spook level? What'd you think?
Spook level, I don't. If we're doing on a scale out of 10, I'd say this is like a 2.
Really? I'd say it's. What's a 10? Somebody getting their face peeled off and you actually seeing it happen?
I don't know. Like, a 10 for me is like.
This is on the Creepypasta scale. This isn't like seeing someone actually get decapitated in real life scale.
Oh, well, I know.
And that's not creepy. That's horrifying. There's a difference to me between creepy and scary.
I don't know. I guess, like, this isn't creepy to me. I guess, like...
Also, you watched that real dumb video that was not creepy at all.
Yeah, that's true. This one just didn't really creepy to me. Like, the pictures and stuff that people have had for it are creepy. I know if this happened
I think this is fairly creepy. Oh, I would shit my pants. I would
like
poop in my pants.
I'm not gonna lie. I've thought about buying random used video games just to see if I could load some. It doesn't matter, just like a PS3 game or something, something random, and just see if, load up a save file and see if something like this could happen to me, because it'd be interesting.
I mean, I think you can get ROMs of Majora's Mask and stuff that will do this.
Oh, I'm not talking about specifically Majora's
Mask. Yeah, any game. I'm
talking about buying a random used game and it having a save file, and then, creepy stuff start happening in my life. That'd be interesting.
I mean, it'd be interesting, but at the same time, somebody made this up. Like, somebody made a ROM copy of Majora's Mask. I think it's fairly creepy for what it is. Like Jordan said, the images are very creepy. If you go to the right YouTuber who has a voice almost kind of like Jordan's, but even more, that know how to use it better. No offense, Jordan. I thought you did a really good job, actually.
No, I agree with you.
It can get, and they have the right music, it can get real spooky. Especially, I used to read creepypastas and watch creepypastas videos at 2 o'clock in the morning with headphones on. I'm like, I can see Ben. So I think this is fairly creepy, pretty cool too.
I like creepypastas. They're super interesting.
Some of them are real. I'd give this a 6. Some of them are real. What the oh my gosh.
Yeah. See, this next one is I think it's more creepy.
I know, because it's super fake. I mean, it's I don't. Okay, you go ahead. Introduce them to the next spooky creepypasta.
Lavender Town Syndrome. So
down.
That's right. Those of you that don't know, so you can. This has a couple different names. So this has Lavender Town Tone, or Lavender Town Suicides, or Lavender Town Syndrome, as previously
Pokemon,
said.
Real quick.
Go.
Pokemon is filled with creepy stuff, from Drifloom to Pokemon being some kind of Pokemon that have been captured in Pokeballs to it's Trevenants and oh my, just if we can Pokedex entries, we could do an entire episode. We think about doing an entire episode on Halloween or something about creepy Pokemon. So if y'all want that, you can let us know. We're probably gonna do it anyway because it's awesome and it's spooky, and we like spooky.
We do like spooky,
but not too spooky.
Not too spooky. I'm trying to sleep at night, not going into an asylum. I already listened to a podcast for that.
Oh yeah.
So Lavender Town Syndrome, what it is there was a peak in suicides and illness of children. Supposedly, between the ages of 7 and 12, shortly after the release of Pokemon Red and Green in Japan back in February 27th of 1996. Rumors say that these suicides and illness only occurred after the children playing the game reached Lavender Town, whose music had extremely high frequencies, and studies showed that only children and young teens can hear since they have more sensitive ears. Allegedly, at least 200 children supposedly committed suicide, and many more developed illnesses and afflictions. The children who committed suicide usually did so by hanging or jumping from heights. Those who did not act irrationally compared to the severe headaches after listening to Lavender Town's theme. Although Lavender Town now sounds differently depending on the game, the mass hysteria caused by the first Pokemon game released after Lavender Town incident, the programmers had fixed Lavender Town's theme music to be at a lower frequency since children were no longer affected by it. So, it's interesting.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like, by the way. Aside up the atmosphere a little bit. It's very, very spooky music. I mean... No, it's not true.
Obviously, it's not true, but people have tried linking Lavender Town Syndrome to MK Ultra, and that's something we're not going to cover at all because it's.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I mean that also, I think that MK Ultra would really come into play in the last one more than this, way more than this.
Yeah, and definitely I'm not going to voice my particular opinions on MK Ultra and whatnot because that's not this type of podcast, and I don't want to offend anybody and whatnot. But I definitely understand and see how music and tones and whatnot can change people's change people's mind,
mood, and
influence.
I mean, it can definitely change. I can also obviously change your mood, and I mean, it's like I said, Pokemon is inherently, even though people, don't really associate with that, it's a very creepy franchise. It really is. If you look into
it's pocket monsters. You carry around animals. You make them fight each other.
Like there's a war that happens. Everyone's dad is dead. Even though it's a family-friendly game, if you do just a little bit underneath the surface, it's like, man, I don't know what. Oh my gosh. But in Lavender Town is the first place that really you're like, what's happening right now? Like, you're in some backwoods country town, apparently, from what I read. I never really knew that. There's a bunch of spooky people around saying random crazy stuff. Someone says there's a ghostly hand on your shoulder, which if you look...
Ghostly hand on your shoulder.
Which if you look in the new Pokemon Origins episode that is in Lavender Town, you can actually see the hand, and it's pretty epic spooky. Like, oof. Like, I think our YouTube picture will have a picture of that, so you can check it out there if you want, or just look it up on YouTube, or Google. I also recommend the Pokemon Origins and Pokemon Generations.
They're both
amazing.
We talked about it previously.
All the
Pokemon Phenomenon episodes.
All the recent Pokemon shows, Pokemon X and Y, Pokemon Sun and Moon, Pokemon Origins, and Pokemon Generations have all been good. If you haven't seen the Pokemon anime in a while, anyway. But like I said, it's because up to now, Pokemon has pretty much been fun in games. Yeah, Team Rocket's in it, but Team Rocket's a bunch of goofballs for the most part.
That's right.
But you enter this backwoods town. It's very it's a purple and black and gray tone over the entire city. There's a graveyard in the back, huge graveyard full of dead Pokemon. Like I said, some woman tells you have a white ghostly hand resting on your shoulder. You kind of laugh it off.
Yeah.
Think she's crazy.
There's tons of stuff in Pokemon with particular Lavender Town that there's you actually killed you actually killed Gary's Raticate.
Well, you didn't,
stuff,
but yeah,
I know
but it seems like he's dead though, right? You enter the Pokemon graveyard, and Blue or Gary, what do you want to call him, Green, is in there mourning because his Raticate is Rattata, and Rattata actually died. He's in there probably crying because his Pokemon died, and there's this creepy music, Cubone's story, which is one of the more creepy, it's famous creepy.
Yeah.
Cubone's mother died. You had to release Cubone, the Marowak's soul. It's unnerving. It really is. And with that music on top of it, I could see where this came from. A lot of people didn't like Pokemon. They thought it was animal abuse or satanic. And you kind of
people are always trying to throw video games under the bus, so to speak.
Lavender Town still creeps me out. It really does. I understand what it is. So it's not scary, but like I said, I don't know how Jordan feels. But there's something different between creepy and scary.
I like Lavender Town.
I love it. It's just creepy.
It is creepy. It definitely feels like it could. I don't know. It feels like the first, in my opinion, the first real place you go to.
And it comes out of nowhere.
Yeah,
you step out of. I can't even remember where it was. Is it after the Snorlax?
Yeah.
I think you can get there a couple ways, and it goes from this just running around normal music to that music that I just played a second ago, and this dark purple, gray, and black color across the entire town. It's a graveyard in the back of it, and it's just
what
comes out. I'm sure when I was a kid, I know I was you just get this creepy feeling, it gets under your skin.
Yeah, it's... man.
They did a really good job making it.
Yeah, they did. And there's tons of other Pokemon theories we could do all day. There's so many.
And I think almost every, if not every, Pokemon game, it has a spook place.
Mm-hmm.
But man, that first one hit so hard.
That's true. This last creepypasta we want to cover is called Polybius, and if you've been in video games or if you've been into creepypastas, you've probably heard of this one. This is a urban legend about an arcade machine that no one's ever actually seen.
Spooky.
Yeah, so Polybius, allegedly, it was a game released in 1981.
Spooky voice. You gotta spook them.
Polybius is an urban legend about a rare arcade game released in 1981. This game was created by a mysterious company, which is German for Sinsdeadlation.
Deprivation.
That too. And was a puzzle shoot 'em up, somewhat kind of like Tempest. It was only released in a few suburbs of Portland, Oregon. That's also why I will never go to Portland, Oregon.
I have a friend who lives in Portland.
I haven't heard good things. They recycle. I don't have any problem with recycling.
Who does? That'd be so weird.
Supposedly, it was very popular with people forming long lines to play it. However, players reported strange things about the game, such as hearing a woman crying and seeing grotesque faces out of the corner of their eyes. Players would also have nightmares, experiencing nausea, headaches, blackouts, or even developed amnesia. Some even committed suicide. Others stopped playing video games altogether, and at least one became an anti-video game activist. According to the owner of the arcade, men wearing black suits would often come to collect records from the game. They didn't take any money, simply game data. Because of this leading theory is that that's right, is that some sort of government experiment using subliminal messaging. This game remains in obscurity as around 1 month after its release, all the cabinets
disappeared. They appeared to be disappearing.
That's right. Yeah. One cabinet reappeared in an arcade in 1998, but quickly disappeared again.
Where'd it go?
While some have tried to recreate the game, no one has ever found the original ROM. So, Polybius, I like it.
I like this one too. This one's very like CIA doing some stuff they shouldn't do.
MK Ultra, Men in Black, like there's the Men in Black, and then there's like Men in Black. So it's because Men in Black is like a group of them, and then Man in Black or Men in Black is just like one of them.
Men in Black inherently is very creepy by itself, and then subliminal messaging.
It's not like the movies. They're actually like going around and bagging and tagging UFO hunters and whatnot.
This is very it's creepy. This one gets on. I think this one's probably more creepy than the Ben Drowned, and it might be the most creepy in a way because it seems like the most realistic, even though
like it could actually happen.
Even though from all accounts, there's a video I can't remember. It's by the gaming story. Yeah, we'll link that below. And he talks about how there's a woman who was an avid video gamer who grew up in the Portland area, played at a lot of the arcades. She became a journalist when she grew up. So she wanted to do some research into it. And basically she found that, yes, there were some kids that got sick. So one kid even died, but they weren't really related to the video game. Like, one kid died of a heart attack. One kid got sick because he sat in front of a game for 21 hours and kept drinking sodas. So he threw up. And they were playing like Asteroids and Centipede and stuff. Like, they weren't playing.
One was playing Asteroids and the other one was playing Tempest.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Yes, and I think there's one more, but I don't remember what he was playing.
Yeah,
she even thinks she might have found the guy. This came from somebody who wrote a creepypasta or an article somewhere. It wasn't on creepypasta because he wanted people to think it was real. He wrote an article talking about how he was the creator of this company, but he spelled the name of the company wrong, and he supposedly founded the company, and the name of the company doesn't mean sensory deprivation. It means sense deprive or something, which according to this video, you wouldn't use in German because it doesn't make any sense. No one would say sense deprive. So this one, I say, is probably the most likely to be real. The other's 1,000,000% not real. This one is 99% not real to me.
Yeah, this one could definitely be a real thing, and I
could see them trying some crap like this, but it's just not working.
Exactly.
And there's really there's no real evidence. That's the big thing.
Maybe Fortnite is being used for subliminal messaging.
Oh man, buy our skins. Buy our skins.
They're training the future soldiers.
Oh yeah, I would definitely recommend y'all go watch all these videos. There's thousands of videos on these alone.
Tons. But we just linked a couple to the ones we watched for this episode and whatnot. It's
man, I really do think these are
pastas.
creepy. Some, like I said, these are some of the most popular ones. Some of them get real creepy. Like I didn't really research those for this episode. But like I said, we could do more in the future. Probably gonna do a Pokemon creepy episode in the future in October or something maybe.
Yeah, you know, because y'all seem to like our Pokemon Phenomenon episode, so
That we do more. We love Pokemon, so it's no problem for us. Oh crap!
So,
My Google Home just randomly went off.
That's okay. Ryan has a Google Home, everyone.
I do have Google Home. Deal with it.
You can, that's right. We do appreciate y'all listening to this. Let us know what's your favorite video game creepypasta.
Or just regular creepypasta.
Or regular creepypasta. And, you know, let us know what your favorite video game is. Anything, really. Just interact with us. We appreciate all of you wonderful listeners out there. You want to tell the people where where they can hear us at?
You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, Google Podcast, Stitcher, TuneIn. Probably some more places, I'm sure. Not Spotify. We're still working on that one.
Yep, still working. Definitely not SoundCloud.
No, not SoundCloud because
they're not part of the party.
Not yet. But we'll have to pay to get as much airtime with them as we want. We're not really ready to do that yet. You can also like, follow, subscribe, rate, share the podcast with everybody and anybody.
Yep. Your friends, your enemies, everybody. Your mom, grandma.
Yes. Comment. We already said share. Like we said. Tell your friends, like we said. Keep saying the same thing over and over again. We have this in a weird order here.
We do.
Go ahead, sorry.
You can follow the podcast at WannaBePodcast on Twitter. You can use the hashtag WannaBePodcast or the hashtag PlayOn or the hashtag Plumbers Aren't Human.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I'm going to get that going, man. It's going to be a thing.
Don't you say we have a listener who's a plumber?
Yeah, we do. He's cool, though. He gives us topics sometimes to talk about. Cody, we love you. You can email us questions or topics you want us to talk about at wannabepodcast@gmail.com. We got a Twitch. It'll be in the description. We're going to hopefully start streaming soon. Well, not hopefully. We will
We've
start
tried a few
soon.
times. It just hasn't worked out for more than like 10 minutes without something bad happening.
Exactly. We do have a Discord. That link will be in the description. Come join the community. Right now it's just me, Ryan, and Jake. So please,
if you want,
come join the community. If you want. You don't have to. But that is a thing. We also made a Reddit for anybody that wants to put topics and whatnot on there. Maybe you don't want to email us. Maybe you don't.
Yeah, you can also
Twitter.
email us. I think we forget to do that sometimes. You can email us at, wannabepodcast@gmail.com.
That's right. We also have Instagram, OneUpMeGaming. We're going to start posting some pictures on there and whatnot.
We also have a website. Link will be in the description for that. We're going to post our podcasts there, YouTube videos. If I write an article, I'll post it there so you can keep up to date with what we're doing there.
Yep.
You can also follow us on Twitter. You can follow myself at Ryan Divisions, and you can follow Jordan at, which will be in the description because no one knows how to spell it.
That's right.
Oh crap!
And
something.
that's
okay. Good.
You just deleted everything. No, I'm joking. It's fine. We do appreciate y'all listening to us. We're on our way quickly to 1,000 downloads, which is very surprising for us. Like
it is happening a little quicker than I thought it would.
Yeah, me too. You know, I didn't think we'd hit 1,000 or almost hit 1,000 this quickly and whatnot. But you know, here's to 1,000 more. We definitely appreciate all of you listening to us. And as always, play on.